Bueno, ojalá you've tried these on your own and now you're just checking yourself using this video. Número uno, ¿quién es Emilia? Who is Emilia? So this time with this quién question, we can't do it quite as simply as before because they already gave us the name. We have to give a description about Emilia. So Emilia S, and if you remember correctly, there were two sisters in the family. We had Yolanda and Emilia. So Emilia es la hermana, the sister, de Yolanda. And that's really the important part in this chapter. She's her sister. That's why they're talking together. ¿A dónde va Emilia? Where is Emilia going? Notice when you're using donde with ir, they usually switch to a donde, to where, versus just donde, where. So Emilia, I'm going to use my verb in the question, va. I'm going to put an a because after ir, there's always an a. And if you look back up in the story, if you forgot, it says Emilia va al colegio. If you want to make this al, go right ahead. A and el. If you have a next to L for the, they are an automatic contraction. They make al. If it's a and la, they just stay separate. But a and l go together. I will not mark this wrong if you forget. If you were typing, a lot of times your computer will automatically get rid of it anyway. They'll just automatically make it al. Good? All right, back to what we were doing. Now, the third question, ¿a dónde va Yolanda? So Emilia is going to colegio, which remember, false cognate really means high school. Yolanda, on the other hand, Yolanda va a la universidad. She goes to university. All right, cuatro, cinco, and seis are going to be trickier because they are por qué questions. ¿Por qué está triste Yolanda? Why is sad Yolanda? Why is Yolanda sad? So, Yolanda está triste. ¿Por qué? Why is she sad? She's sad because her dad says she can't go to Guatemala alone. So I'm going to look back up in my reading, and I see here it says, I want to go to Guatemala. Y papá dice que no puedo ir sola. I'm going to take this thing, papá dice que no puedo ir sola, and I'm going to use that. Porque su, I'm just going to add the word su for her, papá, because it's not my dad, it's her dad. Okay, su papá dice que no, and instead of puedo would be I can't. I'm going to change it to puede. She can't. Ir. Now, I might opt to throw in here a Guatemala, just to be clear if somebody hadn't read the whole story. Sola. So, I just took mostly what that had. Papa dice que no puedo ir sola. I added her. I changed the puedo to puede. And I added the Guatemala to be clear. Okay? You can use a lot of what's already written there. You just have to look for what works. ¿Por qué va a hablar con el profesor Cervantes? Why is she, we're still talking about Yolanda, going to talk with Professor Cervantes? Well, if we go back up here, she thinks he can convince her dad. Él puede convencer papá. So we're going to say, va a hablar con el profesor. If you don't want to write Cervantes, that's fine. Porque L, now this L has to have an accent because it means he, not the. Puede convencer And I would make it from papa to su papa because you're not saying your dad, you're saying her dad. Okay? ¿Por qué quiere Yolanda ir a Guatemala? Why want Yolanda? Why does Yolanda want to go to Guatemala? Now, this one you have to remember back to the last chapter because she would get to study architecture, specifically Spanish colonial architecture. Now, we can keep it simple. We can say because she wants to study architecture. So, porque quiere, she wants, estudiar, to study, arquitectura. Okay? And ¿qué dice su papá? What does her father say? Su papá dice, and again, we use this right up here, que no puede ir sola. She can't go alone. All right? Muy bien. Si tienes preguntas, if you still are confused or have questions, me preguntas, ask me. Otherwise, buena suerte. Adios.